Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Ukraine!
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So things are underway. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Just eases him off the ball. Neymar. He shifted it to the flank. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He is through here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Valverde picks it up out wide. And that pass just didn't quite work. Nicely weighted ball. Crosses it in. Tries a shot! Goal! Ukraine! And it's Ukraine who take the lead. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
And he's picked it up out wide. And it's Snyder. Now the cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Chance, surely! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. That's a throw. Stood up well to him there. And he's gone searching crossfield.
Ukraine are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Tries to pass it through. Knocks it into space. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, this looks sharp. Hazard receives it in a wide position. He's got away. That's tidy. Gattuso. Oh, cracking ball. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well.
And a chance! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Some good work on the right flank here. He's found a way through. Long ball looking to counter. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Platini is onto this. Neymar. Valverde. That's a shade optimistic. And it's Batistuta. Šeško. It's Neymar! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Pepe produces the perfect tackle there. Tries to play it through.
He's cut it out. And that has been cleared. Looking for the run.
Can he finish? In he goes again. And that's a tiny finish. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And here's Schneider. And this is Asa.
Decent chance! Goal!
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
The goal for Ukraine, number 15.
Ukraine. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat. And all of a sudden, things are looking pretty rosy.
Please take
So
this
we reach the halfway point.
I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
Ukraine are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1. And we are...
Chance for a shot! And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and better.
What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So the lead now is 2.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Pepe clears it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's a lovely pass.
Can he finish?
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That's where it came from. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Donatoni. Played out wide. Serginho hoisted.
Oh, good climb!
And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Schneider, and that interception was most necessary. Oh, he's bustling through here.
Ukraine are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
All Black deals with that nice and simple.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Now it's Platini. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that.
Raul really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Now, can they get him away? And he cuts out the supply. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Ukraine clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Can he get it through? Valverde. Snyder. Hazard. And the finish! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Neymar. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Batistuta. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Getting up there! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Neymar. Short changes him with that pass. And here's Raul. Showing great feet there.
You'll be disappointed with that.
Saliba. Neymar. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Pass is just off target. Couldn't squeeze it through. Neymar charging forward, the ball at his feet. Nicely spread, and he's quick to return it. Oh, that is superb, a dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
Some inspired work that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Dani Olmo running with intent. Oh, no joy this time. The muscular approach does pay off here. Hazard makes a dash for it. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Raul. Shot a goal! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So now the difference is 3. So what can they make of this? Looking to play him in. It's a promising position, and he's managed to get free. Hazard! Well, now it's a race for them. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And with that, the end. Ukraine have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback.
And we come to you now
Picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
in football.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Ukraine!
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi, everyone, and thanks, Peter. It's great to be on board.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It's Ibrahimovic! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Schneider, and the shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter, absolutely rapid.
I suppose if there was such a thing as a model Brazilian fullback, he'd be pretty close to it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you don't win all those honours at club and international level without doing something right.
Kupchu for Valverde. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Looking for the run. Neymar. Great vision. He's cut it out. Ukraine are applying all the early pressure.
Well, they've made all the inroads, and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
And he's gone searching crossfield, and it's Serginho. Now it's Neymar. Raul, who needs just a moment to score a goal.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Raul is wide and looking to get onto this. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Knocks it into space, and he's managed to get free. Engages and forces him off the ball. He has found the way through. He won't be happy with that one. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Pinged towards the front line. Can he get it through? He's in plenty of space here.
Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like the wrong one.
Over to the other side. Valverde. He's a sharp little ball here. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Hazard receives it in a wide position. Now that looks a decent ball. Shot, surely! And he's gone looking for safety. Platini. And it's been hooked away. Approaching the half-hour mark. That pass has been well intercepted. Not the most accurate pass. Spread it left. And he's quick to return it. Pass is just off target. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Platini is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Ah, such a clever touch. He's got away. Valverde goes direct. Can he get on the end of this? Donadoni makes a dash for it. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Serginho. He is through here. He's rising! Dani Olmo is flagged offside. Sheshko is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Sheshko! Oh, denied brilliantly.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Schneider.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Dani Olmo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now, can they get him away? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He's shifting through. Can he finish? It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
It's a bit disappointing the way the team couldn't make the most of what looked like a pretty high-octane start, Peter. But this break should give them enough time to rediscover their focus and intent and start the second half in a similar manner. They have to keep believing.
Oh, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. Gattuso gets a foot in and wins the ball. Platini. That pass isn't the best. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome. Ukraine genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-up.
Oh, he's having a go! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Vermaelen charging forward, the ball at his feet. Threads one in. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Valverde looking to play him in. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Driving on and making good progress. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. And a great opportunity to open the scoring here. Oh, crossbar! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. It's Asa! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Ukraine with the corner, they're first. Impressive jump! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Takes aim and crosses. Nice interception, well timed. Tries to pass it through. Big chance! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Now, who's going to be first to this? And still, we await the first breakthrough. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, well played, well sorted out. Saliba. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Oh, greatly! And he hits the net! Devoid of any complexity, but boy, was that certain.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
Ukraine have taken the lead. Ibrahimovic! And no mistake. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And that is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's picked it, tries a shot! Goal, Ukraine! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And that could set him on his way. Ibrahimovic! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him! A finish right from the top draw. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Oh, shooting chance! And the pass is intercepted. Valverde. Oh, he's burst through. Platini. Schneider. Out for a throw. It's going to be another throw. Guardiol. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Serginho. Oh, that's fabulous. Flings it. He leaps for it. He's got a goal. With so little time left. Grandstand finish. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Ukraine give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
He's found a way through, and it's played in.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Incoming delivery. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. And that is as far as it goes. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Ibrahimovic voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head. This is a tremendous win.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So straight into the action. Ukraine have opted... Shoots! What a wonderful goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Ibrahimovic going after that. And this is Ibrahimovic, and he's found a chance! Oh, good finish! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Number 15.
Ukraine are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
This is wonderful.
There's the header! Off the bar! The Marlin can clear it away. And here's Dani Olmo. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Hazard venturing down the left. He's got away. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, he's been caught napping. Lovely bit of skill. And he's managed to get free. It's a good run, this, one that is high in energy. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Neymar. That's a promising position. Flings in a terrific effort. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Stam clears without hesitating. Can he finish? It's a loose ball. An instinct. In he goes again. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Guardiola running with intent. Dani Olmo. And that's gone loose. Valverde finding himself. Batistuta! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Now it's Hazard. Can he get on the end of this? Tries a shot!
Short changes him with that pass. Now that looks a decent ball. Approaching the half-hour mark. Serginho on a strong run here. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Tries to pass it through. And the pass is intercepted. Schneider charging forward, the ball at his feet. Vardiol did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Ibrahimovic. He was under real pressure there. Threads one in. That's a little off target. And here's Schneider. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Ukraine looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. And it's Olmo. Schneider kept his eye on it, and he's there. Platini, the specialist in tearing teams apart. He won't be happy with that one. Schneider. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, super ball. That's a good ball. And Platini! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. And that should get the job done. And it's Gattuso. Oh, he's having a go! Again, a brilliant save. This their second corner of the game. And that has been cleared. Ukraine have the chance to go the other way. Valverde. Good running, strong and purposeful. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Valverde. That's it, 45 minutes up. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Ukraine sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. Back on the way then. And this is Ibrahimovic. Roll, picks it up out wide. It's Roll!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, shooting chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! It's all becoming so easy. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
A case now of complete control. Hangs one in.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Azar, a player who needs no introduction. Opts for safety.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
He has found the way through. Gattuso. Now it's Raul. Lovely feet. Oh, well played, well played. Dani Olmo. Great vision. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Dani Olmo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Serginho has it in a wide... Oh, good effort! Off the post! And it's Serginho. And that interception was most necessary.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
That's a decent clearance. In towards the back stick. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Donatoni. He's in plenty of space here. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, they could be caught out here. Big chance! And he hits the net. They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Ukraine are having a ball here. Schneider plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Vardiol does well to get it back. The message is clear, none shall pass. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's found support out wide. Pass somewhat off target. Donatoni. Oh, it's Raul. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Aims beyond the defence.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space. Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Well, it's Batistuta. Serginho. Batistuta. And that's a good ball. That's going to go a long way. Valverde. Valverde makes a move down the right. It's run loose here. It's gone out for a throw-in. Vermaelen. Oh, can he get onto this? And no, that was never going to make it. And it's Neymar. Serginho. Neymar. Can he get onto this? Oh, greatly!
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Ibrahimovic. And that will be the final act. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. He leaps for it! Goal, Ukraine! Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
So, a breakthrough already. Kukçu. And it's Valverde. Great vision. Pepe gets over and intercepts. Azar. Pepe. It's a pretty loose pass. Kukçu. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Chooses to go cross-field. Saliba. Neymar. Saliba. Serginho picks it up out wide. Played back in. And he gets rid in a hurry.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Dani Olmo. It's a promising position. And that's a throw-in. Valverde gets into a good position. Cleared without hesitation.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Van Dijk.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Raul. Some good work on the right flank here. He has found the way through. Big chance! Valverde. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's Michel Platini. Ukraine have a free kick. There's a quick free kick. Terrific effort! And needless to say, that deserved better.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
Azar. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Dani Olmo. And that's gone loose. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And here's Platini. Lovely feet. Kukçu did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Gattuso is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And it's Azar. Van Dijk calmly anticipates.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
There's the crossfield ball. That is good alertness. Gattuso. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, it's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. Threads one in. Now it's Danny Olmo. Knocks it into space. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. That's where it came from. And he's managed to get rid. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, he's bustling through here. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Ukraine finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Ukraine can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Valverde. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Neymar. Danny Olmo. Now it's Batistuta. Aims beyond the defence.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Vardiol makes the interception. Hazard. Platini. Ukraine needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And he's quick to return it. Oh, well played, well played. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Ukraine clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, great chance! And that's a good finish. They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Ukraine restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And he's in on goal. Now, who's going to be... And again! And he's straight offside. And the keeper's got it again. Spread it left. This looks promising. Platini! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. Platini. And this is Hazard. Can he finish? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now they can spring out of defence. Well timed, excellent interception. Gattuso demonstrating his defensive quality there. Kukcu. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer.
Oh, shooting chance! And that has fair fizzed.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he's there to belt it away. Ukraine are looking to go forward now.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
It's Asa! And that's a real chance missed.
Hazard has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Well, there's the clearance. Platini ventures forward. Oh, that's nice. And it's Gattuso. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Stam pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Donatoni. And it's hoisted clear. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And he has shown him a yellow card. Out for a throw. Pepe going vertical. Kukcu. And he's intervened well there. And there's green grass ahead of it. And the finish! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserve this.
There will be 3
But
minutes.
has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
Tries a shot! And that's a sharp finish! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
He's on it, can he get away? Oh, that was vital. And Dijk gets it away. Tries one from range! He's got to be quick to recover this. And he's whipped it across. And that's it. Ukraine have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Raul claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
From today's match is now on sale.
So there it is. What struck you most about that?
What a game. What a show of character. It wasn't looking good at one stage. It was quite flat in the first 45 minutes. But that's how you turn things around. You get a purpose in your game, and you go for it.